Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Darksiders 2. Please subscribe and click the notification bell. So we've got this temple of some sort. We've got a weapon we need to try out, the Chaos Scythe, which is supposed to be, I think, like the Chaos Blade in that it has a 20% chance of doing a critical hit, and critical hits are 200% damage, which would put it slightly higher than my possessed blades while taking away many of the abilities of my possessed blades. Seems like what we're gonna do is slide here, and then we're gonna have to make a decision. And I guess we'll start by coming over here. The game is ever so slowly speeding up the process of like the number of loot chests you find. Before it was rather limited. Now it seems pretty consistent. You're walking about 10 or 20 feet, and so I have no idea what the Sentinel's gaze is. I just see, seems like skeletons are coming to kill me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trying to find out how many hits it takes to kill these guys. It seems kind of slow with this weapon, and I wasn't going to use this weapon anyways. So let's switch back now to what we were going to use. And we'll see how this is. This could be a short 4, 5. Yeah, that's about 5 hits. It's not as nice of an improvement as I would have liked. This could be just a short little side temple. We've seen that before in this game. Sections, areas that have very little reason to even exist. Just they seem to imply that the game was unfinished. Looks like we might be dropping down from below. Let's see. Like, I was low on health too, so now these chests have decided to fill that need. Unfortunately, I bet I start picking up some more health than what I need anyways, because they're a little too generous with health things and a little ungenerous on gold. That's one of the things that the Definitive Edition could have improved, is a much quicker experience with experience of gold. Like, you could easily double it, and I don't think anybody's gonna really complain. And the game is theoretically balancing itself out, so if I was at level, say, 34 right now instead of level 16, the enemies would still probably take about 5 hits to kill. So I haven't seen that these bone statues were causing enemies to spawn before. I kind of thought that's what they would do. Just that's not what it's been doing. least it didn't seem like that's what it's been doing. I can't climb up here, so up we go this way. Interesting lighting going on. Playing in the shadows on one side, playing in the light on the other. Makes me wonder if this was an experiment in some more dynamic lighting. Let's see. Nope. All right. So do you think that worked through the wall? Like, can I hit it on this creep and leave it? These are dead skeletons. And I don't want to jump down there. Like, it clearly sees. It clearly sees that there's all kinds of things to hook onto. But I don't think the game would be this complicated, so yeah, I think there's more to this than it seems like. I bet there's a whole nother explosive whatever plants that I'm not even seeing. Well, oddly, that kind of worked. Although it missed the part over there that was important. And see, when I try to grab something, it moves me forward about an inch. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do this. Like, I seriously doubt I'm supposed to be over here. So, what's the trick, game? The skeletons. There's these. There's something up there. But I just can't. Like, let me go ahead and use a health while I'm doing this. Let's ask this question. Can you possibly, maybe I just never figured this out, climb up a wall with this? No. But I guess I can hold on to it forever. So, like, I mean, I guess you could try and throw it. Like, is it possible that like if there was a big hole or something, it would make sense. Or if you could just get a little closer even, it would make sense. Maybe I'm supposed to just throw it from the other side. I mean, we definitely have... Can I get it through the window? Or just against the wall? This is quite the tricky puzzle. I don't think it's supposed to be this tricky, too. Like, this is asking something we just haven't really seen the game ask too much of before. Alright. Let's see if that blew up enough of them. Maybe the fact that it locks on is supposed to be your indicator that you haven't blown up enough of it. It seemed like that was right on the wall, and yet that didn't blow up. Let's say we grab this, and let's say we jump down here. Now if I target that, just try and get as close without getting stuck on that wall. And I've hit that point where I've just gone quiet. Yeah. This is not the solution they intended. This is not the intended solution at all. I feel like I'm totally cheating this. And it seems like it's either intentionally hitting the wrong thing, or it's just the angles and physics of this stuff really are off. Maybe there's just some ability I get that will later make sense. Because yeah, I'm not taking these out, and I think that's probably intentional. And there's, like, if it got on this one gem, I'd believe it. But it's not gonna get on that one gem. I'm not gonna be able to grab that. I'm not gonna get double the length of my death grip. Yes, this seems like it's unsolvable, so let's stop wasting our time on it. Apologies for as much time as I spent on that. That was a lot. I'll just continue. We'll be back, I suppose, at a later date. Let's move the main story forward. I guess I could have also fast traveled through this. I could be glitched right in that whole section could be glitched, I suppose. That is a possibility. Alright, back to, I guess this is still the mall. Alright. 2 hits on horseback still kills these guys. Not those guys though. How much experience am I getting for killing these guys though? It's still insignificantly small amounts. So that looks like that's the door to visit. And just kind of want to run around here on horseback and see if there's any stones to shoot or anything to collect. Doesn't seem like it. Now, if I ran into a scenario where I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do, like, I guess I needed my new ability to open the door. If I wasn't able to solve, apparently they're pre-programmed to run away when you start to enter an area. Yep. I suppose these don't break. So unless there was something hidden behind them. Activate the elevator by pressing X to strike the crystal. We've already done that once before, but I could have not needed to do it, I suppose. Yep. So we recently fought a gauntlet. Well, we went to an arena and it felt like we should have attacked a bunch of enemies in that arena and gone through like the gauntlet. Ooh, this is interesting. It's both yellow and red. I don't know if that color is animating right. In this instance, since that was more of a, can't jump through here. Since the arena was more of a dungeon and I felt like it should be, if they were to make him make good and just have us fight this guy and find out how strong he is, that would be okay with me. Like, if he was slightly more difficult, we've got some new enemies and skeleton creatures in armor. So I wouldn't be upset if the next guy was just through this next room and he was really difficult, and then the game would require us to either go back and grind a little bit or look at our equipment. I guess it doesn't matter if I can break that item or not, but I imagine not, that this is gonna be a full-on dungeon like they all seem to be. I mean, this could just be a long hallway of enemies crawling. These guys are getting weaker, not stronger. But they're effectively ghouls now. So, still not particularly strong enemies. I think I might be to the point where... Let's see. We have several things to equip. Alright. So our main thing, only upgrade things that would be green on it. If I don't have anything that's going to improve anything, for instance like this defense and that defense, there's kind of no point to it. Meanwhile, this one, let's upgrade this. I'm not going to take the possessed double scythe that we don't have equipped. I don't believe we're going to take that. But we will take the piercing damage of the brutal scythe. And frost damage, I suppose. And so do I want to move up defense by 4, increase 24% critical, let's see, frost damage I think is what we would be nice. Alright, now upgrading this again, same thing. If there's no green, there's really no reason. So, like, yes, I could take this defense and this defense. I suppose the other thing I could do is take this possessed double scythe and see if I want to upgrade it with something it could have. So I could give it arcane or health on execute by doing that, and then that, and then these others that are just doing damage, they don't have anything, so they're not worth. I mean, I guess they push you up a little bit, but we'll do it, I suppose. So, health on execute. Let's see. And could these take anything else? No. There we go. So moving forward, is this the door we were going to open? I guess it was. So much time wasted. So much time has been wasted doing menu hero exercises. Just playing with the stats. And this is in general why I do not play RPGs and Excel spreadsheet games. They're just not what I want in life. They take too much time away from the action. Alright, let's see, is there... Anything else to... Says use death grip. We're getting some tutorials for some things I really don't need tutorials from, which is funny because every now and then there are some sections where I really would benefit from a tutorial. Let's see. He just pushed it. Interesting. Let's see how this works. Hey, can we blow you up? Well, I mean... Seriously? Is the idea that... Am I really gonna have to time this? Or am I supposed to do something a little simpler, just like that? Oh, no, it's a little easier than what I thought. It's not getting the tall thing. It's not a matter of getting that on this platform. It's simply a matter of wedging it under the gate. It's fair enough. And this was as far as it could have gone. Spent some extra time trying to solve that puzzle in a different way than I should have, than the game wanted me to. Again, that would have just been helpful if it was obvious. Let's see, there's... First things first, we hear a stone. There's a 4, 4, 4, and 4. So is this floor 4 or is there some kind of puzzle? Struggling to break these coffins for tiny pennies worth of gold. You know what? Just everybody come and get me. It'll be easier this way to get them to walk towards me than it will be to... There we go. Now it's on. Seriously? Oh man, I must apologize. I spent nearly all of this 30 minutes trying to solve that puzzle area, I suppose. Like, it's been another recording. We are just not making very fast progress at all. And when you compare this to Borderlands, where I know I've gotten really quiet lately, so I haven't even been making too much of a comparison to anything. But when you do compare this to Borderlands, the vast number of missions you had and quests, you wouldn't enter a single area without at least 2 or 3 quests. So this is 4, so it's not gonna work. So 3, interesting. An elevator system, and we've got a door with a lock on it. We've got a door that's slightly higher up there, and a door that's slightly higher up there. Do I have the actual ability to get up to these ledges? Well, I mean, maybe there's a way up. Actually, no, it doesn't seem like there is. Like, the backwards, forwards motions of this doesn't seem like that would work. Maybe it will get up there though. There's a lot of places though that have holes in the walls. And see, I'm just grabbing those holes. Alright, so you can't go up that section either. These don't feel like proper solutions. So down to level 2. Suppose you could maybe.
While you still can.
And then that puts me at 1, and I guess that's where they wanted me to start, was level 1. I wonder what would have happened had I just selected 1. Man. And new bits of equipment that really doesn't matter because I'm not going to use anything that doesn't give me experience, even though the experience is very, very nominal. We're still trying to wait till we get to level, we're at level 16 now, so theoretically I could spend a point on this. I could spend a point on this if it was ready to have a point spent on it. I could spend a point on this if it was ready to have a point spent on it. Same is true, I suppose, for this. And then at level 20 we can get Frenzy or Reaper's Storm. And you can just get that at level 20. Man. So many dungeons. Like 16 hours into gameplay, only 1 hour and 30 minutes have been spent on it. Let's look at some of the other stats though. Like, died 35 times. We've died from the environment 26 times. Combat deaths 9 times. I guess those 2 active. We spilled 41,852 gallons of blood. We've gotten 23 Reaper kills, 83 horseback kills. We've killed skeletons more than anything. Our equipment worth is apparently quite a lot, and our total worth is even higher. Like, interesting. Currency held and currency spent. I suppose this can't be the most currency held because we've had more than that. Totems shared, tomes received. I don't know how you would even share a tome. Distance traveled on foot 128 miles and 4,306 feet, or total distance on the horse 19 miles 2,178 feet. These big numbers, you'd think that they mean something good, but they actually just mean that they've wasted a lot of our time traveling. Primary quest complete 8, secondary quest 12. We are so struggling. Looking at the leaderboards won't really tell you anything, just because of the way that works. I don't think we've gotten any new instructions here other than the weapon attacks that we've unlocked. Hey, there's a weapon called Hellraiser. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Although they never really do say hell in this game. They went really bent over backwards in the first game to not say that. Oh, we do have a new bit of gear. Gives the bearer the power to command the dead lords of the abysmal plane and nothing else. And it's not even a piece of gear that you equip and use, which is crazy. So maybe it turns into some kind of new ability later and replaces itself, or maybe this is just more evidence that this game was unfinished in some weird ways. There's like, now we're at a very weird point where with proper editing, there's definitely enough story, there's definitely enough levels. It just needed to be streamlined into like bigger dungeons and more connected things. If they'd taken everything from the first half of the game in the Forge Lands, for instance, and put those levels and those dungeons in the Land of the Dead, started the story in the Land of the Dead, gotten rid of all of the characters from the first half of the game because none of them really matter, gotten rid of most of the quests in the first half of the game, maybe taken some of the quests from the first half of the game and placed them in the world of in the Land of the Dead. Thus, you could do 2 quests at the same time. We're not getting any real overlap with quests at all, because we don't get quests like kill a certain number of skeletons anymore, or kill a certain number of enemies to get seeds or anything like that. Anyways, I'm kind of just going on, and the game is kind of just going on and on. I would be happy if it was almost done, but we know it isn't, and I'm not yet to the point where I just want to start ignoring side quests and content, but I do want to start playing quicker. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. If you want to support me even further, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.